review for Unique Toys A01 Sound Mixer. No, it says A01. I'm not sure what the he is 01 in line of. I don't know what the future releases are planned for this. But we'll see. This is A01. This is Unique Toys Sound Mixer. Obviously a reference and homage to the old G1 blaster. And this is the box here for him. And it features some really nice character art on the front. Now, the boxes that will come to you will look better than this. This is not any damage to the box itself. This is the remnants of the shipping label envelope, the clear shipping envelope, because it looks like this was simply shipped to TF Source originally just in this box. Just slapped a label on it and mailed it without an exterior shipping box. So the exterior shipping box will look like this, but it won't be covered with all this tape and sticky stuff. It'll be a nice pristine box. But yeah, just to cover that up. And again, here he is himself. He is the same red and yellow boombox and gray boombox from G1 that you remember. And it's a really nice evocative. It's evocative of that G1 look. Some silver. The back's a little open, but again, you're not really going to look at it from the back so much when you have him in boombox mode. His cassette door does not pop open automatically, but it does manually open. And there is a small cassette inside, which we will get to in a little bit. But you'll notice it is much smaller than a G1 sized cassette, which means you can't fit a G1. This is actually Masterpiece buzzsaw, but you can't hold a G1 sized cassette. He is a little smaller than that. Now, originally this cassette was going to be ram horn, apparently, and then I guess they're still working on that, and so it's something different. But I have seen ram horn, and he looks pretty decent, so hopefully they'll release some more cassettes in this size for him. So yeah, right off the bat, like I said, he's got a nice heft to it, and I've said before with Unique Toys, they seem to be improving with each release, and this is no exception. I feel like they've really stepped up a little bit more with this one. And it's nice to see a company that is continuing to look at their stuff and do their best to be better with the next release. That's always refreshing sometimes. It's not perfect. There are a few. You can see a little stress mark right here on this pin. There are a couple of what appear to be either stress marks or cracks right here on these tabs where they tab in, but they were present on the sample when I got it. And I was sent some pictures from TF Source that when they were doing their original photography before they even mailed it to me, they noticed some of these. I don't know if it happened while they were transforming it, if they arrived that way. I don't know exactly the origin of them. But I will say that despite kind of seeing some stress there on these tabs, they're not getting worse. And even if one of them is a crack, it's not widening at all when I put it on here. It's not like invisible when closed, and as soon as I tap it on, it widens up. So I don't think they're going to get worse, and again, I'm not sure exactly where that happened. Easy to remedy, just something to point out. It's not something you have to really look at it to even notice. It wasn't even something I noticed until it was pointed out to me. But yeah, boombox, and it's a pretty standard boombox mode. There's nothing, it doesn't really do anything. The only articulation is the drawer. So to transform, you actually have to untab these two. There's a little tab on one side that tabs into the other. And once that's done, you can bring the leg, you can untab this right here. And once that's done, you can bring the legs down. You want to turn them so the speakers face the front. And there's the foot down here. Or face the back of the robot. Or actually, to the side. These panels fold around the knees. And then this whole lower body assembly rotates around. And then, okay, there you go. You want the, eventually you're going to want the speakers on the front. The handles fold up like this, down, and then this piece folds over and plugs into that tab to form the heel piece. So now that you've got the heel piece done, you can rotate this around without any clearance issues. And then the foot, you actually, from up here, you slide it down and then flip it out. And then you've got the foot and the heel for robot mode. Same over here. Fold it up. Pop the foot down and then flip it out. And there are his legs. Also, you want to rotate them so there's a hinge inside there. Right down here, there's a swivel. You want to make sure so the knee faces the back. These silver pieces should be on the front. Oh, the bottom part of the foot fell off. That's okay. It's not broken. It's just it pegs in right here. There you go. Just peg that right back in. And then the arms, you kind of slide them out like that on the shoulders. And And then you take them. They kind of come down and out from the shoulder, a lot like a couple of their Predacons did. They kind of it rotates up into there, and then you want to rotate it around so that this part is on. So the little silver dot goes on the back, and then the fist. This is how the fist is supposed to be oriented in transformation mode. It looks like maybe you want to flip it push this all the way up, but no, the fist stays sideways like that. And then you flip that down, flip that panel in like that, and then this whole assembly closes up to form the arm. There is a wrist swivel. Oh, there's not a wrist swivel, but there are articulated fingers here on the hand itself. Same on the other arm. Pull it down and out, rotate it around, fist down, in, and then fold the whole panel around, and there you go. And all that's left is the head back here, and you just pull this back, rotate it around like this, turn his head forward, and then pull this up, and you can see there's a peg right there that goes right into that hole. Snaps on, and there is Blaster in robot mode. I forgot to switch this bicep around, or thigh around. And he's a nice blaster. He's very articulate. His head is on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of up and down movement as well as side to side. The face sculpt, a lot of people were complaining about the face sculpt looking like baby-like. And on the actual figure, a lot of it was the lighting. On the actual figure, it doesn't come off as quite... It does have some hard edges and things. It's not quite as rounded as some of the pictures made it look. So yeah. The shoulders go up and down, like that. You got a swivel, hinge. Again, just the fingers open on the hand. He does have a waist swivel. Dual hinge there. Swivel at the thigh. The knee, there is that lower hinge that really isn't supposed to be used for robot mode, but it is there if you want to use it. And then the feet do have a tilt there at the ankle. It's actually kind of more in the arch of the toe is where it angles, but it is there. And then the cassette that we mentioned earlier, again, it was originally going to be ram horn, didn't happen, but this is actually pretty neat. You take the cassette, you take this end, pull it out flip it out like that, and then flip this little tip out. This end you just lift up, and then when you grab this bottom half and flip it around, the handle automatically pops out, and you've got, not exact to his G1 rifle, but a very nice, it looks similar to his G1 rifle, but now he's got his gun. I love that the gun forms the cassette, so you don't have this weapon just setting off to the side in alt mode. And he is smaller than the G1 blaster. Just as a quick size comparison, here he is with Masterpiece Blue Streak. And he's a little taller. He sits right in that large deluxe small Voyager size range. So he's smaller than I think some people expected, but he's a really solid figure. I'm really kind of happy with him. But he's not big like the G1 blaster. And loose accessories, however, he does come with some loose armor pieces in the box. And basically they give him a pair of goggles that you can clip on over his head. This piece just clips right onto the chest, over the cassette door. Some shoulder armor that just slides onto the arms from the side. Yeah, there we go. And then what appears to be Optimus Primal's transmetal gun. Considering it's blaster, I'm pretty sure this is intended to be more of a bullhorn type accessory, but it does look a lot like Optimus Primal's transmetal like hairdryer weapon, but he can hold that too. So you can armor him up. To what purpose? I don't know. There was no comic included with this. All that was in the box was the figure in a plastic tray, his bio card right here, which is a nice hard plastic, and all of his stats on the back, and the instructions themselves, which are good. They get you through the process, but there's no added fiction or comic or anything. So I'm not entirely sure what the armor was. I've heard possibly to Scattershot-esque. If you remember Cybertron Scattershot, I was talking to Daniel, who was asking about it the other day, and was trying to come up with ideas of what this armor could be. And the answer is I just don't really know. I don't know if it's going to be something that plays into things down the line with whatever the A01 series is. I don't know. But he does have, if you want it, this kind of built-up armor. I don't know if that's maybe an apology for not including ram horn. I really have no idea what the purpose of the armor is, but it's there if you want it. But the base figure itself, it's definitely Blaster. It's a fun transformation. It's a good solid figure. Again, there's a few tiny stress marks I've noticed on the figure, but nothing horrible, nothing that looks like it's going to break, nothing that's gotten worse in all the time I've had it and played with it. So yeah, like you said, just they continue to improve with each figure in the line, and this one is no exception. It is the Unique Toys A01 Sound Mixer.